You see, when you go on these platforms, you can't help but compare yourself to the people that you're looking at. You really can't. Because if you could, right, you would understand this. Imagine you're on Instagram. It's not like, okay, here's a guy who's really muscular and really successful. It's not like you consciously hear the words in your mind like, yep, that's someone else and his success is not related to my success. I'm just going to compare myself to who I was yesterday, 1% better. You're not going to see that. If you're a girl and, oh, there's a girl there with a better figure than yours, it's not like you're going to be thinking, oh yeah, she's really putting the work for her figure and like, oh yeah, I'm my own, but you're not. It's just a subconscious, like, instant thing that happens. You see someone who's more muscular than you. Oh shit, okay. I thought I was here, but I'm actually here because here's a guy who's better than me. You see someone who's more successful than you. Oh, here, here, here. This, what I'm indicating here is kind of like the social hierarchy, the dominance hierarchy, and it's kind of like a dark truth of human life that we are all in like some kind of hierarchy. We kind of understand where we are in the ranking of the social relationships. Does that make sense? So we kind of understand where we are. If you're in a classroom, you kind of understand, like, oh yeah, like I'm roughly here, like maybe about the middle, maybe a little bit better. If you're like really popular, you'll be like, yep, I'm one of the top people in here. It's quite weird to like autistically state this, but we kind of all understand it, don't we? Before our mental health was fucked by social media, how things would work in this hierarchy 200 years ago was that we knew where we were amongst our tribes. And tribes on average used to be about 150 people. So you'd know, okay, I'm a young guy. I'm not very successful. I'm not very good at like hunting just yet or farming just yet. So I'm right here, but I'm doing well. I'm not a lazy guy. I'm a hard worker. I'm getting up higher and higher and higher. And when you only compare yourself to 100 people and 70 of them are male and 20 of them are your age, it doesn't really fuck up your mental health as much, does it? If you imagine that dynamic right now, if you compared yourself to like just 20 people in your entire life, if you only compared yourself to 20 people, it was literally like your brother, your best friend, your nephew, if you literally just compared yourself to them, it would kind of be quite humbling, but also quite positive because, you'll see yourself against your brother and be like, oh yeah, like me and him are like, we're leveling up and like, oh yeah, he's not being lazy, so I'm not going to be lazy too. That's quite like a healthy level of competition. And for women too, it's like, okay, if you're comparing yourself in our old tribes, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, 150 people, 75, 80 are women, 20 women are women your age. And you're like, oh yeah, well, that's my sister and she's also nice, but like, yeah, well, like we're both like feminine or, we're both whatever like you'd compare as a woman. That wouldn't fuck up your mental health that much thinking, oh yeah, well, there's 15 girls that I'm kind of amongst right now. But here we are on social media and we see hundreds every week, perhaps thousands every week. And also not just that, you don't just see the people in your tribe who are close to your location in the world and your social economic status, like your country, your city or anything. You're seeing them from all around the world. And so we hop on as men, we hop onto Instagram and we see some jacked guy who's living in Dubai, who's got daddy's money and he's in some big fancy mansion. We also see some guy who's in Miami who's with like 10 really, really hot, like club kind of girls. Suddenly that tribe of 150 that humans have been used to for our entire species lives has exploded to 150,000. And when you're comparing yourself, because it is a normal thing to compare yourself, honestly it is, like there's this new movement where we're supposed to say like, I don't compare myself to anyone else. I don't believe that. I don't think you can turn it off. I think we are inherently creatures who compare against other humans. It's just that the new sort of platforms have really fucked this over for us.